this week on the Bubble Chat.
And I think it comes along the way, even when you have, like, say if you already have two kids and then you have another one, a third one. It seems like to me that third one, you're going to either be like, whatever, like you're at the point where you're just tired now, so you're not going to wash the pacifier every time it falls on the ground.
It's really cool. I mean, like, I'm a certified cosmetologist. I am a certified massage therapist, but my other passion, my other hobby is doing comedy and creating content and stuff like that. And if nothing else, it keeps me focused. I don't think one thing deters me away from the other.
I think she's probably heavily influenced from whoever she's under management from, as well as family, friends, fans, just that Hollywood life in general.
I feel sorry for the families and the teacher and faculty and everyone who had to incur that incident without like full proper help, defense, or support. It's a sad situation all around.
I don't really know much about Haley, to be honest.
Me either. I didn't even know her name.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I really don't. I know she's married to Justin and they have a baby, but that's about as far. Oh, and I know
And
that
they
she
got a
sold
baby.
that. Huh?
And they got a baby?
Yeah, they got a baby. And then I know that
What's
she
the baby
sells
name?
I don't know, but she has a phone case with a lip gloss holder.
welcome back to another episode of the Bubble Chat. I am so incredibly excited that you decided to spend part of your day with us. Whether you're listening during your morning commute, while working out, or just relaxing at home, we are here to bring you fresh perspectives, honest conversation, and that signature energy you've come to expect. We've been growing this community one conversation at a time, and today's episode is going to be a truly memorable addition to our journey. Y'all ready?
There is a lot on the horizon for the show as we move through this year. And I want to take a moment to thank everyone who has reached out with feedback on our recent episodes. Your support for our deep dives and guest interviews have been overwhelming. So today we're keeping that momentum going by exploring some topics that have been heavy on my mind lately. We're stripping away the noise and getting straight to the heart of the matters, all within the safety of our little bubble.
With Tisha out this week, we're thrilled to announce that filling in for her in the studio is a special guest host and a friend of my mom's, the wonderful Amber Mercedes. How are you doing, Amber?
Hi, I'm good. Thanks for having me today. How are y'all?
We're doing
Amber?
good. To the listeners, to the listeners who are watching this on YouTube, you can't really see her very well because, let's just say she likes a little bit of a dark room. But anyways, it is such a treat to have you here to help us navigate today's discussion and bring your unique vibe to the table. And having a fresh set of ears and a new perspective in the room always elevates the conversation. And I couldn't think of a better person to share the mic with for this specific episode.
I am honored. Thank you for having me.
No problem.
In today's main segment, we're going to be tackling the idea of transition, how we handle the shifts in our lives, whether they are planned or completely unexpected. It's a theme that seems to be resonating with a lot of people right now, and I've gathered some insights and stories that I think will really hit home. We'll talk about the challenges of starting over, the beauty of the in between phases, and how to stay grounded when everything around you feels like it's in motion.
So get comfortable and settle in because we have a lot to cover and some great insights to share. From the latest updates in our world to the deep dive topics you love, we're ready to get into it. You're listening to The Bubble Chat, featuring our guest co-host, Amber Mercedes. Let's dive right into today's conversation. And as the Queen Wendy Williams will say today on her show, how you doing?
How you
How you
doing?
doing?
Well, if you could probably tell, guess who's back?
Mama D!
Shay Sugar, your girl.
Well, to begin today's topic, we have to talk about the talent that's making around. MrBeast, who is who we know is basically the king of YouTube and the ruler of Gen Z's attention span, just dropped some recent, really honest thoughts on fatherhood. He sat down on the Good Guys podcast with Josh Peck and Ben Sulfur, and with a wedding to Thea Boyson on the horizon. The baby talk finally came up. Now, Jimmy is usually all about the stunts and the millions of dollars in giveaways, but he got surprisingly serious here. He said he doesn't want to have a kid unless he can be a phenomenal father. He basically called out the idea of having kids will make you more successful, arguing that if you're actually doing it right, it's a massive sacrifice. He's looking at it from a point of view where he doesn't want his career or his drive to keep him from being a dad his future kids deserve. So this brings me to our big question for the room today. Do you think you have to be ready to be a phenomenal parent before you even start, or is parenting something where you just have to dive in and figure out to be great along the way? What do you guys think?
Kids
Like,
do
Uh,
not come with a manual. They just don't. You literally leave the hospital and they're like, good luck and Godspeed.
yeah. And I think it comes along the way, even when you have, like, say if you already have two kids and then you have another one, a third one. It seems like to me that third one you're going to either be like whatever, like you're at the point where you're just tired now, so you're not going to wash the pacifier every time it falls on the ground, or you might be an even better parent. If I had kids now, I wish I could go back because, for one, y'all would really be incredible swimmers, um, and probably just more disciplined. I was tired.
Yeah, I want to
Yeah.
build back a little bit on what he said. And I honestly have to give him credit for that perspective. Deciding to pause on like having kids until you can be a fully committed father is that level of self-awareness we don't often see enough. Because let's be real, raising a child is absolutely not for the faint of heart, and it's definitely not cheap. You know, people see like the highlight reels, but they also forget the health risks, the pregnancy costs, the endless cycles of diapers and formula, and if things don't work out, the reality of child support. It's kind of like this massive responsibility that requires more than just good vibes. When a couple thinks about, when a couple thinks about becoming parents, that shouldn't be just a let's see what happens moment. It needs to be like a serious transportation conversation and a solid plan. Like if you look at the numbers, according to the health system tracker, the average health cost for pregnancy, childbirth, and postpartum care can sit around $20,000 with about $2,700 of that coming straight out of your pocket. And if you're navigating this without insurance, Trusted Care claims that those costs can spike up to $29,000. So we would have to start talking about the numbers because the part of the reality of being a fit and nominal parent, because I believe couples really need to crunch those numbers themselves and look at their lifestyle honestly. And look, there are some people, whether they're single or in a relationship, who simply chose not to have kids, and that's perfectly okay. That is, a deeply personal choice that shouldn't be dictated by society or anyone else's life. It's your life, your body, and your future. I've made my own choice not to have kids or be in a relationship right now. That is my time to decide, and ultimately, that's a private conversation with God. And I just feel like we have to respect everyone's bubble, which is going to look different, and there is no one size fits all path to a happy life. How you feel about it, Donnie?
Damn, that was a lot, first of all. And second of all, before Donnie speaks, can I say something?
Sure.
I don't agree with everything you just said, but I do know that.
ChatGPT said it.
Huh?
ChatGPT said it.
Yeah, because he needs, you need to stop depending on tattoos so much because you ain't, boy,
But those get correct, right?
Joanne,
Hmm.
Don't ignore your mother.
Joanne Bo Johnson.
I'm busy texting Adonis.
But Joanne, seriously,
What?
do you ever see yourself having children?
No,
Why? Be
it's
honest.
because it's expensive.
So it's all about the money?
It's expensive, and it's just my personal choice,
Okay.
Okay.
I guess I ain't gonna have no grandkids then.
unless Joseph decides to.
Jojo, are you gonna have kids?
He said, "How I get in there?
Somebody better have me a grandbaby because I'm not playing.
Somebody better go get a puppy real quick."
We got a puppy.
That's your son's puppy, so it could be your grandpuppy.
Phoenix is my grandchild.
Oh, y'all better get on your night game. Um,
Okay, how you feel about it, Donis?
Speaking as a father, listening to the segment, I'm going to take it to 2 pages of the book. So, Maya Angelou wrote a poem called Phenomenal Black Woman. But at the end of it, she says she is a Black woman phenomenally. So I would say that for fathers, we are all Black fathers, but we have to be fun. We are phenomenally Black fathers. Then I'll take it to the Bible when it says that obedience is better than sacrifice. And when we have children, we have to, sometimes we consider it taking a sacrifice, as maybe doing something over one thing, paying something for your child. But just being obedient in the stance of love and responsibility is, I think, that's the best thing you can do. And being a phenomenal father is a present father. That's what I'll say. A phenomenal father is a present father. That's how I believe.
Excellent. Now I agree with that.
No chat GBT.
That part.
Mm-hmm. Well, check this out. Switching gears to total boss move that's happening at the Golden Globes this week, we have to talk about the Teyana Taylor. Not only did she look absolutely stunning on the red carpet, but she actually won Best Supporting Actress for her role in one batter after another. But the real tea is what's happening behind the scenes. Tiana revealed that she actually had to risk excuse me, Tiana revealed that she actually had to ask for a homework extension to even be there. She's currently enrolled in a culinary school at the August, say it, nephew,
Let me pull up.
Augusta.
Escoffier.
I'll pull up.
Escoffier.
Auguste Escoffier School of Culinary Arts.
Say it one more time.
Auguste Escoffier School of Culinary Arts.
And she is a
Sounds
straight A
French.
student. She says she usually turns in her homework early, but between the award season's madness and her double life as a superstar, she had to call up a chef and ask for a couple of days to get her meal assignment in. Talk about let her cook. Bubblers, do you think having a backup passion or a completely different hobby outside of your main career is the key to staying grounded when things get crazy?
I'll serve you first, Adonis.
Mm,
Ask that question one more time.
do you think having a backup passion or a completely different hobby outside of your main career is the key to staying grounded when things get crazy?
Yes, grounded and paid.
Right. Um, yes, it's really cool. I mean, like, I'm a certified cosmetologist. I am a certified massage therapist, but my other passion, my other hobby is doing comedy and creating content and stuff like that. And if nothing else, it keeps me focused. I don't think one thing deters me away from the other. I think I have enough time to apply to my professional life, my hobby that I love, and actually being a parent all at the same time. So I agree.
That's nice.
Can we just take a second to give Tiana all the flowers she could possibly get? I mean, seeing her on that stage and holding her first ever Golden Globe was a moment that felt like years in the making. Like this is something that she's been dreaming of and working towards so long. To see that level of talent, and she finally got that recognition, and it's so honestly deserved. But what I really love more is the hustle. And I want to give a massive shout out to all the actors in that actors out there who are balancing their craft with school, especially those who are doing it for a side hustle. Because I know in the acting world, having a second skill isn't just a hobby, it's like a survival strategy. Because let's be real, we all know the industry is tough, and a lot of times actors are underpaid, overworked, which is exactly why we're seeing this huge moment with the film union strikes lately. Like the big SAG AFTRA strike. Remember the SAG AFTRA strike? Where people are finally standing up and demanding fair wages. So having a side hustle like culinary school gives you that power back. It takes the pressure off waiting for that phone to ring. So shout out to Teyana for being a straight A student while literally being a Hollywood star. Because who knows, with that Sculpture here training, we it might be looking at the next Gordon Ramsay.
She only specializes in cooking rice and grass with that damn six abs.
That part.
Only rice and grass.
Wheatgrass,
Is it true she
Jasmine
broke
rice,
up with her
wheat
boyfriend?
grass.
cauliflower rice.
See, with English grass that blows in the
Hey, if you do want abs like that, though, you really do got to eat that way. Because my abs started peeking through,
You hear that, JoJo?
and I've been eating healthy for the last couple weeks.
But don't you
Um,
have to go all protein?
and not
bro.
all protein, but
But
it's
mostly
just
you
the
can't
way that
go
you
with
eat.
chicken.
No refined sugars. Not only healthy carbs. It's just
Yeah.
it's
Internet,
very
hear me
very very strict. No alcohol, no
here.
smoking. And I went to hot Pilates a few times and ate healthy, and I saw my abs just when I moved a little bit, just peeking through. But it's like if you really
Sweating.
dedicate yourself and do it every day, all day, yeah, she's definitely not making fried chicken or anything of flavor.
Rice and grass.
Oh, maybe she gets one cheat meal like once a month. I don't know. But should we move on?
First of all, it's genetics. That heifer got, she just built to be, she was born to be like that.
Yeah.
And I know she works out and all that, but it's just so easy for her. She's just flawless. And she's
Forget
so
Byron
talented.
from the Medea.
Bye.
You remember that?
Yeah.
He's been surgically enhanced. Let's tell the truth and shame the devil.
Shall we move on?
Yeah.
Yes. We're being
Okay. All right. Well, next we have to touch on this beautiful bittersweet moment from Ariana Grande. She was recently on the Hollywood's Reporters Awards Chatter
Oh,
podcast. Huh?
I'm sorry, talking to my son.
She opened up about how much the late Mac Miller influenced her journey to just be herself. We all remember the early Ariana days, the bright red hair from Nickelodeon, the specific character she was playing. Ariana shared that back in Yours Truly era, Mac was actually the one who encouraged her to shed that persona. He told her it was okay to embrace her natural brown hair, lean into that R&B influenced pop music she loved, and just do the brave thing. She even told a story about how before the red wig, she used to dye her hair brown on Friday nights to perform as Ariana Grande on the weekends, then do a clarifying rinse on Sunday nights to get the red back for filming on Monday morning.
Wow.
Bubblers, do you think it's easier to find your true self when you have someone in your corner pushing you to be brave like that?
Most definitely. Especially if it's a man.
Yeah.
It's just something about teamwork when you're in a relationship, when you have someone pushing you, believing in you, you're already getting that dopamine and that, those, what do you call them? Dopamine and endorphins. And if, like, say if I'm running, which I don't, say if I'm walking fast, exercising, and then the guy that I'm really into says, give me one more lap, babe, one more lap. I'm going to shoot around that lap. But if it's somebody like my mama, Shay, you know you can do one more lap. I'm like, no, I can't.
Mm-hmm.
No, seriously, when you're pushed by a good team, it don't have to be a man. I was just really being funny, but a man can motivate you in times when you don't even really, if he's worthy. Um, and he just got your back. You know what I mean? And ain't jealous and want to see you win. You just feel that energy and it does push you. And you want to make everybody proud. You do.
Mhm.
Anybody who's rooting for you, you want to go that extra step because you don't want to let them down because they're really rooting for you.
I think it's easy to forget that she was actually pursuing her music career during her time at Nickelodeon because back then, at least from at least from what I know, everything had to be done according to their brand standards. Because like Ariana, she was living in this box where her image, sound, and even her hair color were tied to a corporate identity. But as she moved on from her Nickelodeon days, she started to put that era behind her, and it proved that she was finally ready to be the artist she wanted to be. And shedding that character wasn't just about a style change; it was a declaration of independence. She's no longer a character in someone else's show. She's the lead in her own life, and the music she's making now is a reflection of freedom. It's been like a long journey from the Beverly Hilton red carpet back to her roots, and honestly, she has never looked more like herself.
Well, what's your favorite song she sings, Wani?
Yes, and
And have you ever seen one of her performances on stage?
no,
Uh, what else do you know about her?
I know that she was in a musical when she was very young.
Which was?
13, a musical.
Okay.
She wrote Normani's whole album.
Hmm. I know absolutely nothing about the lady. All right, let's move on.
No, wait a minute. You ain't letting Emma say nothing.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Amber.
Um, I like her music. I mean, I listen to it. So, but I also think she's probably heavily influenced from whoever she's under management from, as well as family, friends, fans, just that Hollywood life in general. You're always, it's just constant consumption of who you think you should be, what you think you should have. Um, and it must be a difficult journey to navigate. I can't imagine living that life. But I'm sure there's plenty of seasons that she's lived through now as she gets older, and it's nice if she is finally feeling like she's being her true self. But again, we can go much deeper with that because what does that mean to be your true self, right? You have many different versions of you, and there's many different seasons and chapters in this life. So were you not your true self 10 years ago? That was your lesson 10 years ago. That was who you were 10 years ago. Who's to say that wasn't the true you? You know?
That's true.
I'm calling cap bullshit and foolery because um okay, I'm gonna give a round of applause to Mac Mills. Okay, well what about who she dating these days? Because baby out here looking like a wilted leaf. I'm
Oh,
just saying. Ariana Grande. Now, I remember I took my daughter to go see
gosh.
her. I remember I took my daughter to go see Ariana Grande. Bang Bang had came out, and if I was paying attention to the warning signs, she was trying to tell me, she was giving me distress signals because when she's singing, she shakes her little taco hole like she's in distress, shake a little ass to get the notes out. But I think that was a warning sign. I think she had too much makeup and too much lights in her eyes to blink, and I think she was shaking her ass as a distress signal because she done dated the weekend, and I don't know who she's dating right now. But
She
as I
dated
said,
Big Sean, but it wasn't a match. She then Ricky, then she listened and laughed, and they almost got married. And for Pete, she's so
Oh, well, that's
thankful, and she said thank you to
To
Malcolm because he was
Malcolm,
an
because he was
angel.
an angel.
so
she's a cancer. She's 32 years
she's a
old.
mini runner. She's a runner. That's what she
She's
is. She's
a
a
runner. She's
runner.
a track
Does
star.
she have any
Yeah.
children?
No, she's too small to
No,
do that.
Well, she's 32 years old. She's a cancer, and she's cute.
32.
Yeah.
She'll never get past 2019 in folks' eyes.
She was born June 26, 1993. And if she don't have no kids, she can do whatever she want to do, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Now, how about gain some weight? I'm gonna send you some Ensure, baby.
and she
Mhm.
was also in Wicked.
We know that looking wicked, looking
Hollywood is a dark place, very
like
dark
a
place.
gargoyle, looking like
What's the dark place?
a pale
Hollywood,
gargoyle.
If you let it be.
She is a pale
and
gargoyle.
it looks like she could possibly be letting it be.
She is a
Yeah,
pale gargoyle.
because it's not a dark place for many.
A pale gargoyle.
Alrighty,
No,
well,
actually, if we look, I'd say it'd be the majority because if we look at how most celebrities go out, right, their demise, if we really were, I don't know what the statistics are on this, so you can't quote me on any data here, but if we were just looking from the outside in, just merely off of observation, the majority of celebrities, their demise ends up being drugs or suicide. It's usually something very, very dark. Um, they talk about it in their songs all the time. It's a part of the it's a part of the game. And I will say there are some who don't allow it to consume them or didn't fully sell their soul, but as the
You're right.
majority, I don't
You're
know.
right.
I
You're
think a
right.
lot of them have.
I'm sorry. I'll back that up and agree. When you
Yeah.
bring it up like that, I was thinking more like me, but I'm not so celebrities because when I go to LA and people, they be doing crazy stuff, I'll be looking like I would never. And you can't talk me into doing anything. Like, hey, Shay, you party? Want to snort a line? Do your mama want to snort a line?
That's when I turn into a voyeur. I'll watch. I will be like P. Diddy. I'll sit
I
right
ain't there
in
yet,
this
but even
corner.
if when I do, I would never.
I
I'm
will be
just a leader. I'm not a follower.
I'll be P. Diddy. I'll be sitting right there in the corner. Right there.
Not
Give me some
Diddy.
give me some binoculars. I'll watch.
All right, moving on.
Moving on, Joanne.
alrighty. Well,
How do you say that? Uval?
we say move on, basically.
Is that
Testimony, no,
is
testimony
I know, but
in
is it
the
Yes,
Uval?
I think that's mine. I think,
It says
okay.
Tisha.
We just
and
want to
that's
know how to
mine.
pronounce the word.
Yeah, that's fine. We have to address a story that's been incredibly difficult to follow, but it's so important for understanding the accountability we've been talking about. The trial of former Uvalde school police officer Adrian Gonzalez is currently underway in Corpus Christi. Gonzalez is facing 29 counts of alleged child endangerment for his response to the Robb Elementary massacre back in 2022, and a testimony coming out that the courtroom is absolutely gut-wrenching. Melody Flores, a teacher aide, took stand on Wednesday and gave some reality harrowing details. She testified that she actually spotted the gunman before he even entered the fourth grade building. She told the jury that she saw Officer Gonzalez drive up and she had tripped and fallen while running for safety. She said she pleaded with him not once, but two or three times, telling him exactly where the shooter was and that he needed to be stopped before he got inside. According to her testimony, when she asked them to intervene, he said, and I quote, nothing, and did, quote, nothing in those crucial moments. It's a devastating account because it speaks directly to that 77-minute delay that we've been trying to wrap our heads around. So, do you think it's possible for the justice system to hold one individual accountable for a tragedy where so many people failed to act? I want to start off by saying, because looking at the testimony, it feels like we're reading a script from the horror movie, right? But it's one the officers involved should never have to even overlook. We're talking about the lives of 19 innocent children and two dedicated teachers who were stolen from us. Because when parents drop their kids out of school, there's already so much natural anxiety. You worry about out there making friends or maybe getting a phone call that they're being bullied, but to live with that unnecessary that it might be the last time you ever see them to worry that you get a call saying your child was involved in a school shooting and is even in critical condition or God forbid didn't survive. That's a nightmare. And that is a nightmare that no parent should ever have to wake up to. What makes this testimony from the teaching aide so gut wrenching is that this is something that could have, would have, and should have been prevented. To hear that the officer was right there being told exactly where the danger was, and as according to the witness, witness said that the officer didn't do jack shit to intervene, it's upsetting, infuriating, and we trust these officials to be a thin line between our children and a tragedy. And to hear that plea was for help was met with silence is something I don't think any of us can truly wrap our heads around. And honestly, nor I don't think that we ever would. How do you feel about Adonis?
Ooh, that's a little deep. I believe there's a country song out there that said these boots were made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. And he was just standing there shaking in his boots when it was time to get the boots going. Um, I feel sorry for the families and the teacher and faculty and everyone who had to incur that incident without like full proper help, defense, or support. Um, it's a sad situation all around. I don't know. Earlier, when we talked about the word like phenomenal uh, dad, what is a phenomenal like cop or law enforcement worker, right? Sometimes you need, they have the good cop, bad cop, they kind of balance each other out. But what do we do about the scared cop, afraid cop? There isn't a brave cop around to balance out that. Does that make sense?
And sometimes you trained, but when it's action, you're a
Yeah.
human
It
being.
goes out the door, it goes out the window, right? So yeah, um, yeah, that it's really tricky because, like I said, those were kids, and I mean, firefighters put their life on the line for kitty cats. So why would we not go that far, take the extra mile for a child, children, faculty, staff for safety? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it would take to be a better law enforcement officer in times like that.
We just need better gun control for real.
Very much so true.
Definitely that.
Very much so true.
Let's move on respectfully.
It's your turn.
My
Oh,
turn.
my turn.
It's your
Whose
turn.
turn? My turn.
Your
You.
turn.
Oh. Switching gears to a story that's currently blowing up on social media, we have to talk about the legal moves being made by Haley. Is it Haley?
It's Haley.
My bad. We have to talk about the legal moves being made by Haley and Justin Bieber. TMZ just broke the news that uh, the Biebers have officially hit TikToker Julie Theus with a cease and desist letter. Now, if you haven't seen this on your For You page yet, Julie has been posting videos where she analyzes the Biebers' marriage. The legal team for the Biebers is calling her claims outrageous, false, and defamatory, specifically targeting videos where she allegedly characterized their relationship in a very damaging light. On the flip side, Julie is standing her ground, claiming her content is just opinion based commentary and that she's being silenced for exercising her free speech. She actually told TMZ that disagreement is not defamation. With so many analysis accounts on TikTok these days, do you think celebrities should just ignore the noise, or is there a point where you have to call in the lawyer to protect your name? How you feel about that, Amber?
I mean, I don't really know much about Haley, to be honest.
Me
Or
either. I didn't even know her name.
yeah,
Hallie.
yeah. I mean, I really don't. I know she's married to Justin and they have a baby, but that's about as far. Oh, and I know
And I
that she
got a
sold
baby.
that. Huh?
And I got a baby.
Yeah, they got a baby, and then I know that
What's
she
the baby
sells
name?
the. I don't know, but she has a phone case with a lip gloss holder. And Justin made a song about it, and I really want that phone case. And normally I don't buy that kind of stuff from these celebrities, but I do want that phone case because that's kind of I'm always losing my lip gloss, and I
Oh,
want
it
her
was a
phone
phone
case.
case with a lip gloss?
Yeah, with a holder, and it,
Amazon.
but she sells out of it.
Oh,
I haven't looked on Amazon. I don't know if they got that. I'm sure somebody's made it now.
oh yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't have much opinions on her or him.
No comment on my end.
I
Yeah.
think this is a scheme that Todd set up, or this is a PR stunt. Because the hell is when Bill Cosby tried to buy NBC, scandal. When
Hmm.
Daddy tried to sue them damn tequila, scandal. Little boy, I don't give a damn if you white and you already had the dilla dingling in your little booty hole. That you trying to sue these people? There's gonna be a scandal. Next thing we're gonna know, the baby gonna be free basing, and then and everything just gonna go to hell. I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
Can you say scandal again?
We are a scandal.
Wow.
Yes, it's gonna be a scandal. I think it's a PR move. I think it's a PR move. For whatever reason why I think it's a PR move. I was like, no, you worried about the goddamn lip gloss, but he made a song about it and don't nobody care about that. And that's
I'm not.
his primary employment. And he's a singer. And he's a pop R&B singer.
Hmm.
He's a Justin Timberlake 2.3, ain't he?
And is.
He better go sing a song, strike a chord, get it together.
Yeah. Yeah. I just like the way you say scandal though.
Him
So
and Ariana need to just they can make a song called Scandal.
you know, that's one thing about another thing about Hollywood is you just will never know what's real and what's PR. What they could just be simply trying to get some publicity. A
I,
lot of
I,
things are done for marketing and done with a purpose. A lot of it is. A lot of it is. Even relationships. You can't even trust some two people dating. They could just be doing that to get their name well known before a movie launches.
Teyana Taylor and her apple pie.
Yeah, they do it all the time. So for us people, unfortunately, we just won't know what's real and what's not. That's why I don't follow that stuff. I don't follow those gossip pages. The only one I follow on Instagram is Being Black is Lit because they're very eclectic when it comes to their postings. It's not just celebrities. Oftentimes it's average people in the community or political scene, the crime scene, things, just crazy things that happen all over the world, right? Within the Black community. So, uh, other than that, I don't follow the Hollywood stuff. I just can't can't do it.
Half these relationships is plants. He over there looking like a fern and she looking like a succulent.
Not a suckler.
A succulent. Yes, she is. She's a succulent.
I'm sick of you.
All
Hmm.
right, everyone, we're going to take a very quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere, though, because we have so much more to get into today. We're just hitting our stride here on the Bubble Chat.
Ooh.
And
Then
we are back. I hope you all had a chance to reset during the break because it is time for one of my absolute favorite parts of the show. We are officially moving into our next segment, Throwback Topic. Now, for those of you who are new to the bubble, this is a part of the show where we take a step back in time. We dive into the archives to discuss those major pop culture moments or viral news stories that happened before the bubble chat even existed. It's our way of looking back at the events that shaped the internet and the world we're living in today. Whether it's an old school meme, a classic celebrity feud, or a headline that we just can't stop thinking about years later, nothing is off limits.
Alrighty, well, for today's throwback topic, we are looking back at a date that truly changed the energy of the world. And, because honestly, it's still hard to believe to this day. But 6 years ago, we lost one of the most iconic figures in sports history. A helicopter crash in Calabasas, California, tragically took the lives of 9 passengers. Among them were NBA legend Kobe Bryant and his 13-year-old daughter, Gianna. Since their passing, the Los Angeles Lakers and the Mamba and Mambacita Sports Foundation have taken on a whole new meaning for the community. Because Kobe wasn't just being a basketball player, he was a mentor, a girl dad, and the architect of the Mamba mentality. That philosophy of being the best version of yourself and outworking your own potential has transcended the count. In its goals, its business, and in its way we approach our own bubbles every single day. When you think about the Mamba mentality, Do you see it as just a sports thing, or do you think it's something we can all use to stay focused and resilient in our everyday lives?
Uh, it just depends on your everyday life. Hell, what do you think, Joanne?
Hold on, I'm just curious to know if Don has any thoughts on it first.
Ba-da-ba-ba-bum. I mean, it just all brought me back to how we lost Kobe and his daughter. I mean,
Oh,
yeah, right. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's this great Mamba and Mambasita Sports Foundation, and then what? We still lost, a sports great and his daughter. I don't think there's any amount of community outreach or money funded or raised. Maybe let me take back the first part. As long as the community outreach is in remembrance and honor, of Kobe and his daughter, and they help touch, change, make a difference in people's lives that they were still here. But I mean, we still lost Kobe and his daughter. I don't.
Building on that, I have to say I am beyond proud of how Kobe and Gigi's legacy has only grown stronger over the years. Because I will honestly never forget my reaction when I first found out that this even took place. It was one of those moments for many of us led right into the isolation of the lockdown, and it hit deep. I would be the first to tell you that I'm not necessarily a diehard Kobe fan, a follower of the NBA, or even just sports in general, but his passing felt personal, and at the time, it was one of those events that really contributed to a sense of anxiety and even depression for so many people. Seeing so many family members on that flight, it made you feel heartbreakingly helpless. It made me heartbreakingly helpless because we all felt like there were so many what ifs and things that could have been done to prevent such a tragedy. And this is something personal that I don't even talk about because of the impact of it. But I'm honestly glad I chose to talk about my mental health during COVID because. But as time went on, I stopped looking at the what ifs and started looking at the impact. Seeing the way Kobe and Gianna's spirits have carried on inspired me to push myself even further. And I think a lot of us feel that energy to this day because it allowed me to adopt that Mamba mentality, that drive to keep going no matter what. And shout out to Vanessa Bryant, and her daughters Natalia, Bian- Bianca, and Capri. I do hope I said that right. I know I said Natalia, yeah, and I think it's Bianca and Coco. But their strength is an ultimate testament to what Kobe would have wanted. He would have wanted Vanessa to keep showing up and being there for their girls, and even when times are their hardest. I mean, if anything, that moment serves a powerful reminder of how fragile life is. It's a call for action to for us to start telling the people in our lives that we love them while they're still here. Because no future, no day, no hour is ever guaranteed.
mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's how I feel.
Yeah.
Well said. Come on.
You guys don't have any response, any reactions to that?
Um,
I just, my heart goes out. I remember when it happened, and I know that they went to heaven and they are angels to his wife and kids he left. And it's just, it's a sad and beautiful thing at the same time. And he did leave a legacy, and life is just like that. And when you blessed to live a legacy and leave so many memories, and every time they look around, he's still a superstar.
Yeah.
He's still Kobe, even in heaven.
legends don't die.
Legends don't die.
Hmm.
Well, and with that, That brings us to another end of an incredible episode of the Bubble Chat. It has been such a great journey today, and I'm grateful that you have decided to tune in and share this space with us. Our goal is to leave you with feeling a little more inspired, a little more informed, and a little more ready to take on the world outside of your own bubble. We want to give you one last massive thank you to our guest and co-host, Amber Mercedes. Amber,
Yes,
how are you here
thank you,
today?
Amber.
Mhm.
You're amazing, Amber.
Aw, thanks for having me. I had fun. A time was had.
Having you here with us today truly elevated the vibe and added such a beautiful perspective to the room. Thank you for being part of the family today, and it was an absolute joy.
It was. And can you give your social media so they can see your face?
Yeah, my social media is Amber underscore Mercedes, Mercedes, and then another underscore.
All right, all right, all right. So, to all of you listening at home, in your cars, wherever you may be, thank you for your continued support. This show wouldn't be what it is without this community. If you've enjoyed today's conversation, make sure you're following us on your favorite podcast platform and following our journey on social media so we can keep the dialogue going through the week. Remember to take care of yourselves and look out for one another. Life moves fast, so make sure you're making the most of every single movement and stay true to the path you have set for yourself. We're all navigating this world together, one conversation at a time. Now, I'm your host, Adana Concierge, and you have been listening to The Bubble Chat with our special guest, Amber Mercedes, and Mama D is back. We will see you next week with another episode. So stay tuned, stay focused, and keep on